Good luck to both runners.
Good luck.
All right.
And they are off. Samus, having been through this enough times, knows to just skip the rest station and come straight to the planet.
Do you have any predictions for the first item?
You know, I honestly don't remember this old logic. What's still possible? Vanilla Morph Ball is always a good one, good safe bet.
Yeah.
High jump boots at the first E-Tank there is another fun one. A little bit of Moonfall action here.
Ten-second delay. All right.
And the betting has ended. We are Morph Ball.
You know what? I made this bet last time. I think we're gonna see a beam in the ceiling item.
Early beams are fun. They make exploration a little easier, especially if it's something like wave or plasma.
Yeah, some supers. Just
And
vanilla. Retro Op needs to skip out. Oh, we're just going to retry.
that damage boost there can really psych you out if you don't get it the first time. Janus going straight for the missiles and just gonna bypass it possibly.
Yep. Retro still trying to get it. Wonder how long he'll go before giving up, or if he gets it.
Yeah, depending on what's a Terminator, it is nice to have at least one energy tank even this early in the game.
So there we go. Retro finally getting it. Gives Janus a little bit of a lead, but it doesn't matter that much this early.
Yeah. That is probably my favorite thing about the randomizer is obviously the randomizer, so you never know what route these guys are going to take. Runners that are 2-3 minutes behind can pick up and just take the lead like that.
Yeah, a lead can change in an instant, which makes it so much fun. Climb is definitely something that takes some time to master.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in, especially when your first item is high jump boots. It completely throws off your game in there. Janus headed down to Bomb Chorizo.
Let's see if we're gonna get the BT fight.
Ooh. It's a nice one to have in your back pocket.
So if you don't have power bombs by the time you get to BT, I think you are guaranteed bombs, speed, or screw.
I think you're right, because those are the only three things that can get through those blocks that Janus just went to right there.
Yeah. What will we see? Oh no.
Suppose you're going to be running back through at some point, you may as well just grab it. Retro coming up here on the Bomb Chorizo.
Screw attack is a very good item early.
It is. It really makes your movement through a lot of the game's rooms much quicker and easier. and having it going into lower Norfair is a huge sigh of relief.
No one going to check Gauntlet. Oh.
Yeah, screw attack does make Gauntlet a lot easier. I don't know that it's really always worth it.
Oh.
Love to see that early Varia.
Yeah, Gauntlet could have been pretty risky for Janus with no E-Tank yet.
Yes, definitely.
But Varia will be a very good pickup. Could see an early X-ray.
Early X-ray always scares me because I am no good at Subless Meridian. I'm always afraid that that's what it means. And Retro going to try and screw attack those blocks away. Oh, never mind. Decides Varia is more important and he will continue on.
Power bombs definitely help out.
Yeah, it's easy to take power bombs for granted because you usually have at least 5 by now, but it's nice to see those.
Janus going back. Check Eticoons.
That's a good idea. I would not have thought to do that, but you're so close to it. It's a may as well.
And yeah, you're probably not going to come back here. Go do it now.
Another example there of screw attack making things a little easier on you. And Janus getting the first E-Tank.
Almost fell through, but saved it.
Yeah, that E-Tank terrified me as a child because I was terrible at wall jumping, so I never wanted to go down there, but I really wanted that E-Tank. And Retro coming in for the reverse gate glitch in the hopper room here.
Alrighty. Oh, accidentally goes back to the door. Not too big of a deal.
Screw attack making that room a little easier to clear. Not having high jump boots, this is a little trickier of a setup, but he's on the right path. Nice.
First try.
And Janus going the same way. Early plasma.
For those who do not know, this green gate glitch is only required if you have high jump boots. Or if you have wave beam, you can just go right through.
Yeah, when you run randomizers as often as these runners do, it's very easy to forget which items you have, and I've seen many a runner get caught up there not remembering that they have wave beam, just pumping supers into it. Early plasma's nice because much like screw attack, it makes exploration through the rooms quicker and easier, and it also makes charge beam that much more satisfying if you ever finally get it. Retro moon falling. Nice. And what's a charge beam? It's an E-Tank. Janus opting out of the missiles there.
Already have 25 supers, which is pretty good. You definitely want to have as much as you can, just in case you don't get charged.
And both runners, it looks like, opting out of the DLC boss Spore Spawn. Chat, get your bets in for Spazer.
Vanilla.
Oh, nice.
Run validated.
And because of its location, it's safe to assume that both runners will have that.
It's looking like a pretty good seat so far. Good early items. And of course,
Yeah, I like this a lot. It'll be interesting to see what they get hung up on later, you know, if they have to wait a little bit longer for gravity or charge. Even high jump boots, it's going to start getting annoying not to have it.
alright.
And
Jan,
getting in the crate there. Sorry.
I was going to say that's a pretty safe play, I guess. Going crate first with the items they have.
Yeah, I think so. It's not technically on the you know, the quickest route, but in a randomizer, you may as well just stop off and see what you can get.
Neither runner opting to check X-ray yet.
Yeah, I have not tried that damage boosting trick myself, so I can't speak to its difficulty, but it certainly looks like it would be tough to learn.
Yes.
And hopefully we will not see the crate stand-up glitch here.
The DLC part 2 of crate. Oh.
Just missing it. Not a huge time loss, but always feels bad to happen. It is one thing that I always take for granted watching these runs is, you know, I forget that the runners don't know where the other person is, so even though
Yeah.
Janus is ahead by a little bit here, that stand-up probably putting a little bit of a nerve there.
It's very easy to forget that.
Oh! Now, I personally, I'm in the Spazer hater family. But whether you're a Spazer fan or not, you have to admit, when you've already got plasma, it hurts a little bit to pick it up.
Yeah. I don't like Spazer, but I don't hate it. Just let it be.
It never did anything to me.
I'm gonna be honest, I still take Spazer 90%.
And Retro getting the crate stand up as well.
Ice Beam. Alright.
That will certainly help with the lack of charge beam if it comes down to it. Or, excuse me, with charge beam.
Also, definitely. Oh, wow, can't talk. Definitely helpful in Meridia if they do not have speed booster.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And
playing this game as a child, Ice always felt so slow because you always had to hit him one more time after it froze him. I wasn't smart enough to realize that it was also doing extra damage the whole time.
yeah. They can also do ice clip to shack tool. So you do not have grapple.
That's true. I forget about that one as well.
Yep.
Heading into high jump boots here for Janus.
Let's see. E-tank.
It's not bad. Number 3 there.
So you can pretty much clear all of Upper Norfair without having to do any hell runs, which makes life much easier.
Yeah, early Varia is great for being able to just jump straight in there.
Yeah. It's a lot of items pretty close together. I think you have 7 items in Upper Norfair?
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, get your bets in for Ice Beam. I think it's going to be a reserve tank. Oh,
That's much better than a reserve tank.
yes, absolutely. That's going to make them sweat a lot less as they can avoid a number of miners now going through the rest of the race. Well, I say they. I assume Retro is going to go for it.
Looks like one person called charge.
Nice.
Alright, well, looks like they're just looking for a wave beam. Oh, they don't even need it. It'd just be something for a little extra damage.
Yeah, it's just icing on the cake at this point.
Yeah, don't have to worry about ammo anymore. So, almost in go mode, actually. I think they just need gravity. I think that's
Just
it.
gravity at this point, and I mean, technically you only need 5 power bombs without Ice Beam, but wouldn't be surprised if they picked up 1 or 2 of those as they came across them.
Yeah, definitely maybe a few more energy tanks for safety also,
Certainly.
depending on how comfortable the runner is. Retro getting their charge beam. The seed is definitely making up for Feral's seeds earlier.
Yes, definitely a stack seed. And even though these runners are a few rooms apart, it's ultimately still a very close race at this point.
Yeah, both have pretty much taken the same route. No major deviations yet.
Janus trying for that dash jump up to the Batcave area.
There we go.
Nice. That's another reason screw attack comes in handy. You don't have to worry about getting hit there. Janus checking. Oh! That is a beautiful pickup there.
Indeed.
Checking for what was going to be at that miner there and deciding the super missiles weren't worth it, but not even worried about that anymore with the gravity suit pickup.
So, Janus pretty much in go mode.
Yeah, everything from here on out is really going to be a convenience item that's going to make getting through the game a little quicker, but nothing necessary at this point that needs to be picked up.
Let's see, what is... Alright.
And an E-tank there.
I doubt we're gonna see a croc/grapple check at this point.
No, I think given that they know what they don't have, they may just decide that it's not worth it to spend that extra amount of time.
We got bombs.
Bombs are a good safety here, given that they still only have 5 power bombs.
I'm sorry, but my brother's back.
Retro making that good ice jump across there.
Alright, looks like Janus will be going down to Lower Norfair.
Yeah, hoping for maybe one or two E-tanks along the way, but Gravity and Varia together is going to make this a lot quicker. Retro getting ready to discover the magic that is Speed Booster here.
I think you mean Gravity.
Sorry, yeah, speed location.
Oh, that's my bad. I'm so sorry.
No need to spend any time farming there.
Oh, it still says setting up for the race.
I hadn't even noticed.
Yeah, someone said it in chat, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, this is not the practice round. This is definitely game 1. Janus looking to get some more super missiles here, I assume. Some health refill. Yeah, that's the sign of a good healthy seed, is when there's not a lot of route deviation. Both of these runners are getting a lot of the items I'm sure they were hoping to get, and pretty much just going through the game to get to the end at this point.
Yeah. Guess it's pretty straightforward seed, I guess.
Ooh, Janus just barely getting hit there. Without high jump boots, this is a very tough strategy. There we go. And Retro doing the trick that it took me the longest time to learn, which is the green gate glitch there. I don't know why that one still gives me trouble. Janus going for the safety save here.
Smart idea. 24 minutes in. And only... Oh, sorry. Go.
Yeah, no, I think you were going to say what I was going to say, is 24 minutes in with only 2 E-tanks worth of health and 4 maximum.
Yeah, I was gonna say same thing. So, Retro making quick work of Crocmire with 1 charge plasma.
That's one of my favorite early item pieces in the game, is just that 1 headshot with plasma and he goes all the way back.
This gets absolutely destroyed. Oh.
Space jump here. Again, not a necessity, but it will definitely make things a little smoother and a little easier from here on out.
There we go. I wonder if we're gonna see Retro go check grapple. Just a reserve.
It's a good question. He is taking a little bit of a longer way around, hoping to pick up some items that will give him the advantage here.
Yeah, looks like he will be going to check. Yeah, space jump will definitely help movement-wise, and paired with screw attack.
Yeah, you can see here Janus having to do the spring ball jump glitch because of the lack of space jump there.
I agree with Elm. Space jump does help more than high jump.
Oh, absolutely.
We got vanilla grapple. Is this even randomized?
Oh, I missed that. Good call. Once you've got space jump and ice, grapple not a big deal, but makes farming a little easier.
Did you see why Janus reset? I was watching Retro's side.
Unfortunately, I did not. I was going to ask you the same thing. I only noticed that there was a reset and then was very happy for the safety save there.
Yeah, I just looked over and saw the reset. Maybe someone in chat can help out. I didn't want.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Although it would surprise me if we saw Janus go down and get or check Croc. That would be a great pickup there.
Yeah, maybe on the way out of lower Norfolk.
Yeah, certainly will help right now. And you see Retro using space jump to his advantage here. Oh. And another safety save, because why not? And Janus opting for the slightly slower but a little more consistent ball jump strat here. Oh, just barely misses it. Retro slowly catching up and closing that gap.
Space jump will definitely make the escape out of GT much easier.
Absolutely, and Janus, not realizing, just had to use the reserve tanks there. Almost forgot about those 3 E-tanks.
If we'd see a death from Janus, that could be an opportunity for Retro to catch up.
Absolutely. This room here, much trickier without space jump as well.
Ooh. On the asset. Oh, 27 energy. You're gonna have to play it super safe here. Screw attack will definitely make it easier. Kill the pirates.
Yeah, definitely a bit of safety there with the screw attack.
Getting some energy pickups. Alright. Going to check Firefly before heading down. That's pretty good. Just in case there's a tank.
If I remember correctly, not a lot of places after you head down to refill on health, but not having to worry about it with the E-tank there. That is a good score.
Retro only a few rooms behind now.
Yeah, as you said, you can clearly see here where Space Jump and Screw Attack just closes that gap.
Yeah, definitely gave Retro a big advantage.
It's a good example of a strategy that I typically don't use, which is, you know, sure, this item takes a lot longer. It's probably not worth it, but a lot of the times it really is.
Janus having a little bit of trouble getting out of Firefly. Looks like we're gonna see
a tough jump to make.
Get a high five from the runners. There we go. Runners are pretty much tied up at this point.
Neck and neck.
This is going to be an interesting one to watch. Getting deeper into lower north right here. Both of them taking the safety save.
Yeah, Janus with only 4 E-tanks, not a bad idea. Retro is in a little bit of a safer territory, but either way, that save station right there is a safe bet for pretty much anybody. Lower North Air is where Screw Attack really shines in terms of just moving throughout the rooms. Retro opting to head for the miners here.
Definitely an interesting decision.
Yeah, you know, what feels safe for one person may not always feel like quite enough for another. But Retro, I feel like at this point can pretty much give up on item hunting.
Yeah.
Janus not really all that far behind either. Elivor in chat with a good point. Because those supers were right there next to it, it's 5 less you have to farm for. And these runners just insisting on making this as close a run as possible. I love it.
Alright, looks like Janus will be the first one to head in.
Space Jump not really going to change anything in the Ridley fight, so they are still neck and neck here.
I think we're going to see a reserve from Ridley, assuming they check.
Yeah, we've only seen, I think, 1 so far, right?
I think we've seen 2.
Either way, we are on track for some poorly looted rooms here. Chat quick to point out that Janus's Ice Beam could be doing a little bit more damage here. But again, that is the curse of running randomizers, is it's just, they all start to flow together and you really forget what you have. If it's not equipped, you don't think you have it.
Yeah, it's just put it in the back seat until you go in the menu and realize, oh, I have this.
And Janus getting out of that fight first. Let's see what we've got. It's going to help Janus out a little more than Retro, but ultimately not really a big deal. Certainly better than a reserve tank.
Sorry. Yep, much better.
And once again, coming out of Ridley, runners just a few seconds apart here.
It's incredible how much one item can help a person catch up. And in Retro's case, space jump.
Yeah, it definitely is. Space jump this late in the game, you know, especially now going into Meridia and Wreck Ship, going to make clearing some of those gaps a lot quicker. Obviously, we will see if there's any route deviation, but I still don't expect Janus to go down and check Croc at this point.
Yeah.
And Spring Ball getting some use there.
Tagrineth with a good point. Retro going to Croc because he thinks he's behind. He needs like something, an extra boost.
And he got it.
It was a boost he got.
And Norfair escape, not really a big deal with screw attack, but still a little movement intensive here.
They're seconds apart.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to the wire here. I'm very interested to see which routes these runners take.
It's definitely going to come down to execution at this point. Because I think Meridia into Wreck Ship is definitely the faster route.
Yeah, I think so as well. And Maniacal with a really good point that without some sort of change in majors here, the advantage of moving through those two quadrants is really going to go to Retrophile.
Yeah.
But you never know. Speed booster, high jump boot still out there somewhere. Even Wave Beam gonna cut down on the Mother Brain Fright just a little bit, depending on how many supers they go in with.
Janus is going to check Crocomire.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Well, another quick fight here with the Charge Beam Plasma, and you gotta wonder what Janus is thinking about not coming here just a little sooner.
This is going to be interesting. Because now Retro's advantage is basically null now.
Yeah, Retro is going to gain a decent amount of time here by obviously not having to go down to Crocomire, which Janus is doing. But I think that's still going to be significantly less time than he would have pulled ahead had Janus not gone and gotten it.
There we go. Alright, real question is Janus going to grapple?
And grapple was vanilla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's gonna lose Janus a lot of time.
Yeah, it's going to hurt a little bit, but I think Janus may decide to just go back out and head towards the next boss here.
Well, that was definitely a good gamble. And
Absolutely.
looks like he's going back up.
Yeah, that was definitely a smart move. That is going to pay off in the long run. I think that's going to make this much closer of a game than it was.
Yeah. It's gonna give Retro a little bit of a lead now.
Yeah, Retro making quick work of Meridia so far, and checking Mama Turtle here.
White. Oh, called that.
And it's a trash can.
Going to check the miner. Alright, power bombs. That's definitely gonna help with only 5 right now.
Wow, that is a miner that I completely forgot existed.
Yep.
I've even watched a couple of 100% runs lately, and I still don't think I knew that thing was there.
Alright. I wonder if we're gonna see alright, Retro not checking monitor. Oh, sorry. Wrong
Janus, yeah,
Janus
a little bit of
is
time
going to check.
save there.
Oh, or not. Trying to fake us out.
Got to keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
Probably at this point, I think, and it's impossible to know what's going on through the runner's head, but knowing that Janus missed the opportunity for space jump there is probably going to be a little riskier with skipping majors from here on out, thinking, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. I've got what I need. Let's hit it to the end.
Alright, so both runners are going to have to do Ice Clip because they do not have Speed Booster. And there we go, Retro getting it first.
So getting it pretty quickly there.
First freeze. I'd say that Ice Clip is a trick pretty much anyone can learn. It's not too difficult, in my opinion.
Yeah, a lot of the tricks are you know, pretty close to frame perfect, pixel perfect. That's one of those that a little bit of training, you're good to go.
Yeah. Pretty lenient.
No X-ray here to make the Batoon fight a little quicker, but you see just how fast Janus caught right back up by not checking Mama Turtle.
Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna see grapple strats on Dragon. And we got Wave.
And Wave Beam. This is a really interesting seed. I think it's been a very long time since I've had a race without both Speed Booster and High Jump at some point this late in the game.
Yeah, this is quite the seed, I would say. I feel like every seed is quite the seed.
That's true.
It's just every seed is so different.
Yeah, props to all the people you'll see here in the credits who put the work into these randomizers. It's not just like they put a bunch of stuff together and said, all right, roll the dice. There's quite a bit of thought that goes into what's where and the logic, and really keeps things interesting. And obviously we can see they're constantly improving upon it with these new versions coming out.
So it's like Janus is back in the lead now, but still very small lead. This is probably going to be a close one all the way to the end.
Absolutely. Depending on what strategies they go for here, Fried Shrimp going to be a little quicker. Janus doesn't have X-Ray or Speed Booster to knock out that part of the fight, so Retro, I think, has a little bit of advantage here.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna see.
Oh,
What? Maybe it's too close to the wall.
I suppose it wouldn't be a run without it. I've never seen that happen before.
Alright.
And not quite close enough.
Oh,
Oh, just
like,
barely out of reach.
seems like that should have connected. There we go.
There we go. And Retro opting out of checking the item there, I think. Maybe. Nope, diving in, and what do we got, kids? Oh,
Just decides to take it. Maybe going for stand-up glitch.
yeah, with that many E-tanks, it's not too big of a deal, but I suppose, 6-7 seconds for another one, it can't hurt if you're already in the room.
So at this point, Janus will not be able to do stand-up glitch, which can save a pretty decent amount of time.
That's true, yeah, depending on what we see in Reg Ship. Man, this is just, as much as I hate to sound like a broken record, a really close race. I'm enjoying the heck out of this.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to do reverse ice clip. Pretty much the same principle as the first one. There we go.
Here we go, getting it pretty quick. Now, because of the items and the E-tanks these players have, Fantoon is not going to be nearly as much trouble as they are in any percent run, but you never know. A slow here and a fast there, it's the great equalizer.
Looks like Retro is taking the other route. Back to Red Tower.
It's going to be interesting to see where he's going with that. Yeah, Elminster with a good point. There's really no need to check any more majors at this point in the game, especially once you're in Reg Ship. So as much as it would be nice to find out where high jump boost and speed booster are and possibly end up with a stacked ship, it's just not worth it.
Definitely would have been much faster to go the way Janus went.
Yeah.
Doing the reverse ice clip. So it's going to give Janus a even larger of a lead.
Yeah, I don't want to guess what's going on through the runners' minds, but Retro taking a long way around for sure. Janus sliding right up into Reg Ship here.
Probably just gonna see both of them kill Fantoon and then get out.
Yeah, I think they're in go mode at this point. It's just a matter of how they go about getting there. And here we go. Least favorite boss in the game here. At least in terms of difficulty. Probably my favorite in terms of RNG and route equalization. Nice Doppler there from Janus. Retro not too far behind now, although Phantoon again is the great equalizer. Oh, almost accidentally picked up those supers there.
So I was timing from when both of them went to that power bomb door, and Janus has about a minute and a half lead.
That's good to know, because at this point in the game, a minute and a half is actually pretty significant. Yeah, chat with a really good point there. Again, taking for granted that these runners don't know where each other are, and given how free this seed was, it's either player's guess as to how far along either the other one is.
Ghost Elephant is down for Janus.
Up to the great zoo in the sky. And a high five here.
Got the swag moonwalks from Retro. Janus remembering he has spring ball to get out of there.
Yes, and fortunately it looks like opting to just GTFO.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, sometimes late in the game, runners forget they have some items and sometimes take the hard way around things when they have a much easier way to do it. Probably going to see a refill at the ship for ammo.
Ooh, those blue flames really trolling Retro on that last round there. And yep, getting a ship save here from Janus. Tying things down before heading down into the Big Four. Retro again getting trolled with those blue flames. All right, Phantoon number 2 is down. Yeah, Elminster, again, with the good point. Retro may very well have been wanting to check Plasma there and just deciding against it, because at this point he's got everything he needs and just realizing it a little too late. Janus now in Turian. Plenty of super missiles to make it through here.
Yes, Torian will be very easy for both runners.
Retro, I think, ending up with a slightly faster Phantoon. He's not that far behind, but unfortunately, this late in the game, every second counts.
That is indeed correct.
No, I do not believe Gauntlet was checked, Capito.
No, Gauntlet was not checked. There we go, Janet's getting the group and strats on that last room.
Now, the one thing that Retro has going for him here is that he does have significantly more health than Janus, so depending on how the Mother Brain fight goes, still got a puncher's chance. Janus here, just opting right into the Baby Metroid drainage here. One of those strategies that in a race, you know, if you're really confident in your ability to pull it off, you may as well try it. But if you're like me and you're just not even sure that you're going to get it most of the time, you're going to save more time just letting Baby Metroid take it right away.
So at this point, Retro might feel like he's behind and go for stand-up glitch, which could make the difference.
It certainly could. He's got the health. He's probably feeling a little bit of stress. You know, we're 56 minutes into the run here, and he's thinking, you know, that was a stacked run. Things could be over for me, or I could have a shot.
We got some stats from Brett Suzo. Retro is 2 minutes 1 second behind. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Janus going straight, killing the Zebs.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Zeb skip there. I know there's one way to do it utilizing Speed Booster and another using the Ice Beam, but I don't know what else is involved besides Ice Beam for that particular skip.
Maybe he is not consistent at it and just decided, I got the ammo, might as well just kill the Zebatites. It'll be much faster. Alright, so
Yeah, a Baby Metroid skip, a Zeb skip, and a stand-up glitch. Obviously don't know off the top of my head how much time those things can save, but it's close.
So it's only going to be 20 charge shots for both. Oh! Janus!
Uh-oh.
Oh. This...
Retro facing right there at the exact moment that Janus's health became an issue.
Wow, Janus barely made that.
Next time somebody asks you why you pick up a reserve tank, you tell them that's why.
That was... wow. That could have made the difference. Because did we... I don't think we saw a save from Janus in Torian, did we?
Not in Torian, only at the ship on the way down.
So yeah, that definitely would have given Retro a giant advantage. One-time reserve tank helps.
Yeah, I almost feel bad talking smack about the reserve tanks now, but I'm probably still gonna do it.
Alright. We're gonna see Retro. First try Zeb skip.
Quick work.
Unfortunately, I don't think that is going to be enough for Retro.
Yeah, at this point, it's going to be really tough to hope for anything other than Janus sneaking out this win by a minute or two.
Yeah, I think Janus has this in the bag.
There is still game 2 and very likely or possibly 3 ahead, so it is not over yet by any stretch of the imagination.
There we go, Retro making it past Mother Brain 1. Or, sorry, 2.
Yeah, let's see those crybabies in chat for Baby Metroid.
Alright, Janus defeating Mother Brain 3. And unless Janus somehow dies.
Yeah, not having Speed Booster here really isn't going to change anything. It's just a quick up and out for Janus.
Not having Speed Booster will definitely make it A little bit more tighter, but not that tight. Janus running up the stairs. So it's kind of funny to see.
Yeah, chat with a good point. I would really hate for Janus to think that he's behind here and go for killing the animals. Well, save killing them.
So Retro getting stand up.
Yeah, definitely saving a little bit of time there, but not enough.
Yeah.
And I'm falling victim here to the randomizer curse of sitting there wondering why Janus wasn't using speed booster there. It's because he didn't have it.
Yep. Speed booster saves. Good amount of time in that run. So going to save the animals in the new logic is definitely much more risky because of the random things that you can get, including boss refights.
Oh, that's interesting. I had not heard about that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things that can happen. There we go. Janus has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 1 minute, 49 seconds. GG, Janus.
GG. Again, make sure you guys follow both of these runners.
Yeah.
Again, game 2 right ahead. It is not over yet. Janus winning this one, but we still got 1 or 2 games left.
So, In No Rush is going to be taking my spot on commentary for the next 2 games, or 1, depending on who wins this next one. Thank you for the good time, Gambrinus.
Yeah, thank you. It was great having you.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate the support on my first time commentating here.
You did a fantastic job. You definitely did way better than me on my first time.
Thanks very much, man.
No problem. Hope everyone in chat enjoyed. That was a very close race all the way through.
Yeah, and we will get a chance to see here as Retro is finishing up his escape where those 2 majors were, high jump boots and speed booster.
Everyone, yeah, go follow the runners. Also, make sure to follow Gambrinus. Oh, thank you. Someone else did the comment. Shoutouts to D10 for doing tracking for this race.
Yes, definitely. Tracker's the unsung hero of this tournament.
Yeah, Tracker is definitely a hard job. They get criticized by chat a lot. But, you know, they have probably the hardest job. You gotta pay attention to both. Here we go. Retrophile finishing with an official SRL time of 1 minute. Oh, sorry, 1 hour, 3 minutes, 43 seconds. So about a 2 minute difference. A little less. GG to both runners. Alright.
Well, with that, we are going to take a quick break before game 2 here. We see high jump boots were at gravity, so really not worth picking up at that point for sure. And speed booster and wrecked ship, so truly a stacked ship there with high jump boots and speed booster.
Alright, thank you once again, Gambrinus. Thank you, Speed Gaming chat. Shoutouts to Fiesel. Alright, see ya.
And with that, I am going to take a very quick bathroom break before the next game here. Thanks everybody for sticking around and watching these matches with us. We will see you in just a few moments. All right, and I am back. We have completion rates there at the end here. And no rush, I think, going to be joining me shortly for round 2. Cracking open my first beer of the night here. Yeah, let's see what everybody's drinking here in chat tonight. We got whiskey sour, 99 peaches, which I'm assuming is just the peach variant of 99 bananas. Haven't had that stuff since I was in high school. Water, always a good choice. Staying healthy, staying strong. Air, not quite as drinkable as water, but you know, hey, you do you. The blood of my enemies, yes, we do like that.
Hey, how about now? Mic working?
There you are. How's it going?
Hey, I exist. That was a very one-sided conversation for a while.
Uh-oh.
Well, I saw the last match, and you know what my complaint is? It was just not close enough.
Yeah, it was really one-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love these close ones. You know, well, obviously, who doesn't, but...
What's the record right now? Are we like down to 2 seconds or so?
It is ridiculously close. I think it's definitely
Yes.
in single-digit seconds.
There's a 2 second difference, a 3 second, a 7. I'm too loud.
I don't think you're too loud.
Aww. So, I'm all ready. I'm hype. I suppose the runners deserve a bathroom break. That was a good one.
Yes, I'm going to say it a third time now. I always take for granted that the runners don't know where each other are.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I can imagine that both of them were very likely on the edge of their seats throughout that entire match.
Yeah. The entire time of Turian, you're just sitting like, wait, I think I'm close, but no, I'm still several minutes away, and oh, crap.
Yeah, to have all 5 beams early Varia like that, you're wondering, oh man, are they ahead of me? Am I ahead of them?
Yeah. Especially when you have a race where both of them die once, and you don't know the other guy died, and you're like, crap.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that. Resets or deaths from both players there.
I'm always obsessed with stats, but looking at the slowest victory is currently 2 hours 53 minutes. Can you imagine going that long and thinking I still have a chance? Oh, I should go back and find that match and watch that. For those that are curious, I gotta stop closing this window. I keep looking back up. This was Helio Dixie versus. Oh, it doesn't say who was against. One of his matches, he won.
I think I missed that one.
Oh yeah, no, I certainly didn't want. That's gotta throw off everyone's scheduling too, because you figure a match will probably take an hour 10, and maybe it'll go to an hour 30 if it goes a bit long, and. But yeah, I think the longest I've ever done any rando seed was 2 hours and 45. And that was something fun, like Varia was in Shack Tool and Gravity Suit was in Screw Attack.
See, that's the difference between a speedrunner and me is I think that if I were to try a randomizer and actually finish it, it would take at least that long for me.
Well, you just do a bunch of them, you get faster. That's what this tournament's for. So I only have been speedrunning Super Metroid since June of last year, and it's because of the 90% back then. You watch it enough times, you think, yeah, I'm gonna suck, but I bet I could complete it.
Yeah, I could not handle the embarrassment of probably only even being able to finish one run. But actually, that's the nice thing about this community is everybody is so supportive of even the people who aren't speedrunners, people like me who just like to watch people do it and contribute and chat. It's a really welcoming community.
Yeah, I find if you have no chance. So I did, my last match was against Fuzda, and I knew I had no chance. So it was very relaxing. And then Krockemeyer was the nicest little gentleman ever both races and actually gave me a chance to... It was way closer than I thought it would be.
Very nice.
But grats to him, obviously a much better runner.
Well, and that's what I like about the randomizers too, is that even though obviously there's going to be runners who are just simply more skilled than others, it is a good bit of an equalizer such that there's still a nice challenging feel to it no matter who's going against who.
Yeah. Drunken asking about, if you want to do a speedrun of Randomizer, you can you can do an any percent or 100% speedrun of the game, only knowing how to do mock ball and wall jump. The bosses all have much easier strats. So I would recommend, if you want to get into Randomizer, either watch a few or try and follow along with a 100% run. Then at least you're aware of where all the miners are if you need to grab something. Because that's very handy for, shoot, I need 5 more supers. Oh wait, but I could just check this miner item here and definitely get them. Stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah. A
But
lot of
ultimately, whatever's fun, do it.
yeah, that's all that matters at the end of the day. If you're having fun, you know, if you're getting stressed out and you're frustrated, change it up a little bit. But a lot of the strategies that you're going to learn, a lot of the techs that you're going to learn at any percent are obviously going to help. But like you said, certainly not required.
Yeah. For me, it was a big boost. Golden has a tutorial that's beginner oriented, and that was like, okay, I can complete a run. My time was 2.5 hours for any percent, but I could complete it, and then that was fun, and you just work from there. Anyway, I see that both runners are on the start screen. I'm not in the SRL channel, but I imagine they're about to start soon. I see the seat has a lot of bull.
And the runners are off. Just a little bit of a delay here while they catch up.
Yeah, Jexit, you're right. We're doing a new randomizer seed where we just start you with some random items. So they have all these. It's real. Oh shoot!